Hi, I'm Melody Moss, and I want to welcome you to Annie Jacks. So, at the time of this recording, we are being greatly impacted by a pandemic that has not only touched um, health, it's touched our society, it has touched our wallets and our bank accounts. And I want you to understand my heart. And from another channel that I have here on YouTube, I recorded a video which explains what direction I am heading in with this channel. Because I set this up a few years ago and wanted to put in tips on how to help people make money online, because my heart is to help people who, would like to supplement their income. And with the way that the world is changing right now, I think it's going to greatly impact business as we've known it in the past. I think that, businesses are learning that they can meet online on Zoom or on other apps and not have to send associates across the country on airplanes and pay for hotel stays and expense accounts. Instead, they can just be at home and do things differently here online and save some money. I think that's going to impact the future of even travel and hotels and a number of things. I think schools are handling things different. You know, they may go back to the classroom, but things are going to be impacted differently, and you're going to see bigger online presence as we go. And some people will lose their jobs possibly and have lost their jobs. And you might be wondering, what am I going to do? How am I going to navigate? And I believe that I have some strategies that will help you get your footing and get back in the game and do things smarter and online and adapt to the way the world is changing now. Now, the main objectives are still going to be the same. If you are someone who is a creative type person, you can create something one time, replicate it, market it, and make a living online that way. If you are in the business of buying low and selling high, we're going to discuss that on this channel as well. And that is actually going to be more or less the main theme of this particular video, but there's going to be a lot more videos coming. So we're just moving to a different playing field and adapting to the way the world is today. Instead of selling things that make people go ooh and ah, the latest gadget, the gizmos, the fashion, and all of that, I'm going to encourage you to look at things that people are going to be looking to going forward, things that they want to feel more secure, to feel like they have enough. Some of the things that even just a few weeks ago would have been the go-to thing to sell, I think may very well change in the coming weeks and months and years, because people want to know that they've got what they need, that they feel secure. And we're going to talk about ways to do that. So what I'm going to do is, in this particular video, I want to discuss how to buy low and sell high. Now, there's two ways to do it. There is buying things from maybe a manufacturer in lots and buy new things in bulk and then selling them online, which we will talk about in a different video. But I'm going to take this as kind of a survival mode. Oh my gosh, what do I do now? And so we're going to talk about the possibility of selling the things that you have right now online, try to get a value of what they're worth and where you can go to sell them, the best places to do that, and the way that I can help you figure out what something might be worth and what somebody's willing to pay for it and all of that. Now, if you're just looking to find a way to start generating income, I'm going to show you how I've done it in the past, and I'm going to utilize, for the most part for this video, Facebook Marketplace and also eBay to determine ways to maneuver this strategy. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this, but I'm going to allow you to see my screen so you can see this up front and personal. It's a lot easier for you to see me do it and look over my shoulder than it is for you to listen to me talk about it. So hang on, and I'm going to flip this so that you can see my screen. Here we are on Facebook, and the way that you get to this marketplace is you would click home, and then you will see on the left-hand column, at least right now on my device, you will see Marketplace over here. So you can click on Facebook Marketplace, and you will see a number of things pop up that people local to you will have for sale. So typically, if you've done any shopping online with Facebook Marketplace before, your results and the things that you're interested in will pretty much pop up first because they're trying to get you to buy, right? So anyway, you can go to different items on here if you have an interest in what have you. One of the things that I have found great success with was things like sterling silver, china, vintage glass. So that's probably why you'll see things like that come up on my screen. So what I would encourage you to do is look and scroll for things that interest you. And if you feel like, wow, that's really kind of cool and that's a great price, then you may click on that and find that it's not really what you thought it was, or it is. But to save some time, I have gone here to save some items that I looked at recently, things that I would have an interest in. So as you can see, I have right now some different items, type china things and vintage antiques and all kinds of other things. But anyway, I want to show you how I kind of assess whether or not these are good things. This price point, $1, is always misleading, or if it says free, it's often misleading. Not always, but often. But say you click on this because you're like, okay, $1 is something I can easily afford. And over here, if you click more, you'll kind of see that there's a number of things. This arrow here and these dots below will indicate that there are more photos in this thing. You can scan through and see what else this particular seller is selling online. And so she says here that the desert rose, excuse me, which is this section right here, has been sold. So I don't need to buy a sold item, right? So Poppy Trail by Metlocks, made in California. 8 dinner plates, 8 salad plates, 8 soup bowls, so forth and so on. Looks like she only wants $50 for all of it. Well, how do I know if that's a good price? I mean, it's almost a complete service for 8. So here's what I do. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Because if I personally like it, then if I get stuck with it for a while or even indefinitely, then I want to personally like the item. It's kind of cool. You know, I don't know. My sister used to love daisies. So I don't know if those are daisies, but it's kind of neat. So she wants 50 for all of these items, and she's got almost a serving for 8. So here's how I see if that's a good price or not. You go to ebay.com. I'll tell you, I've already done some research on this, and you can do a search up in here for the same item, which is Poppy Trail by Metlocks, is what that seller said. So I'm down here and I'm looking for items. Now, you can look at the entire listings, everything that they have, all listings, or you can, you know, because you're going to get the fantasy price that they want to see out of each item, or you can come over here and scroll down the side of the screen, and you can use, you can look for things that are sold. So what we're wanting to look for is we want to make sure that this sold items is clicked on, which it is. If you'll look here really carefully, you'll see where they have sold and the date that they sold on. So let's look more for this particular item. Okay, this is a bowl. I can't remember if there were bowls there. Let's look for plates. This is a salad plate, one each, 7 and 5/8 inch. So a salad plate, they had those, right? So we want to click on here just to make sure that we have the right number and the right item. This says it's sold, which obviously that's a good idea. That means somebody was willing to pay for this. So we want to see the original listing. So we want to click on this blue link which says see original listing. It makes everything larger and see what was actually involved with this listing. Okay, so we have salad plate 1 with 1 available. So this is the same exact pattern that we saw on Facebook Marketplace. They sold this for $8 for 1. And they did offer free shipping though. So that's something to take into consideration. So, we'll have to do the math, but $8 for 1 salad plate when we know that she had at least 8 salad plates is something to consider. So I'm going to back out of here and go back to the search results, and we should still be in the sold category for this same product. And the fact that they've sold pretty recently is a good sign that it is still selling. If you want to look at the dates. Okay, so on April 10th, as of the time of this recording, was just yesterday. So she has cups and saucers, 4 each, that she sold for this person sold for $24.99 plus $11.65 shipping. So we know that that other seller over here on Facebook Marketplace had 4 cups and saucers, right? 4 cups and saucers. So if we click back over here, $24.99 plus shipping is half of the price that that seller was asking for at total. So here's another item here, set of 4 for salad plates. They were getting $19.99 for 4 salad plates. We know that other seller on Facebook Marketplace was selling, had 8 to sell, and at only $50 for everything, the whole lot. So $19.99 plus shipping. So they're getting $5 per salad plate here. I'm kind of going down really quickly because you can scroll down a little bit and see other things from this particular maker of this particular line to see what else they offer. This is another salad plate. I was looking to see if they had dinner plates because the dinner plates are typically more expensive than the salad plates. But just to keep this from, okay, dinner plate. Here's the dinner plate. Let's click on this. This was sold April 8th, so just a couple of days ago. This was sold for $19.99. Is that 1 plate? They valued this at $19.99. They sold it at that, plus they're getting $9 shipping. So we know that that lady or person on Facebook Marketplace had 8 dinner plates, plus the rest of that set that they were selling for $50. So this might be something that we want to consider going to get, just for, to make time short here. So what else do we got going on? Let me see what else I was looking at over here in saved items. Now, Spring Violet by Cunningham and Pocket Fine China and Platter, Plates and Platter. Okay, click on here. This is really, really pretty. It's kind of got this violet pattern with this pretty edge, and we have the stamp on the bottom of the plate, which gives us a really idea of the name. That's how I looked it up on eBay. Go back up to eBay. Let me see how talented I am. Click, click. Okay, here's the Violet by Cunningham. 51 pieces for $115 plus $20 shipping. This was sold on February 29th, so we don't have any super recent sales. This is a dinner plate for $4.99 plus shipping. These are cereal bowls. Let's see, what was it that they had over here on Marketplace exactly? What size? They have 7 pieces, 5 plates, 1 small plate, so maybe 5 dinner plates, 1 small plate, and 1 platter. So, you know, the dinner plates here, let's see if I can find any that are sold. So they're selling about $5 a piece, $4.99 plus shipping per plate. That's something that you might want to consider, but frankly, they're wanting $30 for 7 pieces total. So I have decided personally that this is something I'm not really interested in, because by the time I spend $30 for 7 pieces and sell those at like $5 a pop, you're not really making that much money. So I would decline getting this if this were me. I like to spend no less than $1 or no more than $1 per vintage piece of glass or china or something like that. And then I still check to make sure I can get my money multiplied, you know, over on eBay to kind of see what they're being sold for. Now, I will tell you, this is an interesting set. Notice it says antique handmade dishes. This is actually china. But the thing is people don't know what they have, and someone that might list this under fine china might understand the value of it. This person put antique dishes. So to them, it's a bunch of old dishes for $50. Now, they do not give much information on how many or what, but we can kind of count here if we zoom in on some of these of what the pattern looks like and how many of what they have. If you did a count here, to me, this looks like it might be serviced for 12, something like that. And you know, they probably don't have all the plates and things, but we have plates, we have salad plates, we have maybe saucers, we have bowls, and we have serving dishes. They do not understand perhaps what this value should be. But Noritake is a very well-known brand of china. So we go over here to eBay, and hopefully I have this close by. And I checked this out a little bit yesterday. Okay, Noritake china. This one was $7.99 for 1 bowl. Plus, they're getting $8.45 for shipping. So if you zoom in, it's very similar pattern to what that person had on Facebook Marketplace. This is 1 plate, and it's a sauce plate, so it's not even a full-size dinner plate. They're asking $7.99 plus shipping for that. So what I want to make sure is that we are looking at the sold Noritake Rose. Okay, I want to make sure I'm looking at sold and not just all, because then we have our fantasy, oh, I really wish I could get $4,000 for this plate kind of pricing over here. It's best to make sure that we're looking at the sold items. So let's look at that and see if I can find a similar pattern. Well, this has rose on it, but there's 4 pieces, 4 dinner plates for $38. So essentially $10 a plate, not quite, plus $19.99 shipping, which sold recently. So that's, you know, $10 a plate, where that individual on Facebook Marketplace looked like they had maybe 12 of them. So 12 times $10 a plate is definitely worth looking into it, buying. That person doesn't know what they have. Now, if you like that pattern, I was looking to see if I see something that's exactly like it. And I don't see the exact item. But you can get a good idea of what it might sell for here on eBay. Again, these are sold items. This looks like 2 whole dinner plates for $12, so it's still $6 a plate, plus they're getting shipping. So $6 a plate times however many this person has over here, to me, this would be an excellent buy because you have these serving dishes over here, your coffee and creamer. You have this, which looks like it's some sort of serving dish, and other items here, gravy boat or what have you. This to me looks like a great buy for $50. So if you were interested in traveling and getting it, and you personally liked it yourself, just in case you get stuck with it for a while, that's a good way to look at those things. And I could go on and on. This says dishes. Looks like a lot of them here for $5. Click on this. These plates and saucers have small chips and they're 50 cents each. Well, that doesn't interest me. I don't want to sell chipped pieces on eBay, but they are white with a platinum ring on the outside. I have unchipped ones for $1 each. I also have 5-piece place settings for $5 per set. Now, this sounds interesting. These are pretty. They would go with a lot of different settings, it looks like, and they have this beautiful rim. I think this might be something I'd be interested in. This 5-piece setting for $5, that meets my suggested, my suggested budget for me personally. I don't like to spend over $1 a piece, and this would qualify. So I might contact this particular seller on Facebook Marketplace and see whether or not I could make arrangements to go get this. Now, the way you can do this is you can send this person a message and ask them if it's available, and it will come up in your Facebook messaging. This person, you can click on the seller and see, this will show you if he or she has any other items for sale, and you might be able to find some other deals if they have similar items. Looks like she has some other pieces of china and some other things here. But that's pretty much how I do it. I look here, if it's something I like, if it looks like it's a good price, if it's not too far away, and then I check the pricing on eBay to see whether or not I can make a profit by going over there. And I like to try to see if I can make a profit of at least 5 times or so what I sell, what I paid for it. That makes it worthwhile. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I'm going to click back over and come to you. Okay, and we're back. So I hope this is helpful in helping you to determine ways of maybe pricing your own items in your cabinets or storage areas you're pulling out, and you're like, I wonder what this is worth. Maybe you can do a search on eBay to get a feel for what people are selling it for, how popular it is, how quickly it last sold, and what kind of price, and whether or not they got shipping, to see whether or not that's something you want to do. You can certainly go ahead and take photos of it and put it on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or some other way to advertise it for free, because after all, eBay does charge a fee to sell on there. However, you do get a lot more eyes on your products that way, so it might be worth your while. Or you can cross-list them and list them both on eBay and on Facebook Marketplace, because you can always take down your listing off of eBay without any charge if you change your mind or you sell it somewhere else. So if you are looking to find a way to invest in something, to buy things, to resell them, this is really more on the line of what this video is, explaining about. So I hope I gave you some ideas. You can also do searches on Craigslist for something that people are basically giving away for nothing and, make a profit that way as well. So I hope this was beneficial. Please stay tuned for more videos. Please, if you will, like this, share it, subscribe to this channel because I have to get more subscriptions in order for me to be able to help this channel grow so that we can reach more people. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.